Hello, and welcome to Losers Watch Love is
Blind.
I'm Brandon,
And I'm Crista.
and we're going to talk about Love is Blind UK Season 2 episodes of the weddings and the reunion.
Yeah.
Okay, whose wedding do you want to start with?
Who was the first one?
Kieran and Javen.
Then what?
No, I fucked up. Katisha and Javen.
What? They've already been in the wedding episodes.
Hmm?
We already know this from the last time we were here.
They didn't make it?
Oh my god. Who was actually the first wedding though?
I think it's Sarover and Cal.
Oh yeah, it is Sarah River and Cal.
No, it's not. It's Jed and Badiah.
Badiah?
God damn it. This is actually Love is Blind UK Queer Edition.
I feel like you
Alright.
I feel like you were saying Jebediah.
No, Badiah from season 1. Benaiah. Gosh darn it. Even in my gay fantasies, I can't make that work.
You look stupid. But no one can see you, so it doesn't matter.
I just sound stupid.
You do. It's okay. Jed and Barda, also known as Jebediah.
Yeah, no. Icky name. Anyway, they get married, right?
Wrong.
Oh. Did you have anything to say about leading up to them getting married? What did you think? You put positive vibes into the universe.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't make me think they weren't gonna say yes.
Right. So you thought they were going to say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought for sure Barda would say yes, so I was surprised she said no.
Barda says no first, so no one knows what Jed ever gets wanted to do.
Even though we ask him 3 times and he never responds.
He responds in his own political way.
Well, he responds at the reunion.
Yeah, where he says I would have said yes.
Yeah.
Skipping ahead, geez, spoilers for that reunion a week ago.
So sorry. The wedding episodes are extremely boring, so I don't got much.
Yeah.
We just recap what's already happened in the entire show I already watched.
Yeah, I agree.
So
The wedding,
fast forward all of it.
it should be played on 2x speed. Netflix should have a 2x speed for TVs.
They should. So nothing really happens, is essentially.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get married.
And then they don't.
And then they don't. And then
That's it.
That's it. It's mostly because of that whole they fought about paying for dinner.
Yeah. Because she can't get past that that he's an alpha and he doesn't want her to be an alpha.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's what she says.
Yeah.
Yes. Moving on.
She should just let him pay for dinner, god damn it.
Oh my god.
Then they would have been married.
That was a stupid argument.
Kind of.
I want to pay for dinner, but I'm going to pay. So you can't.
To just
Broken up.
Yep.
Dumb. Dum da dum dum.
So who's next?
Who was next?
Sarover and Cal.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Theirs was also quite boring. Nothing exciting happened.
Yeah.
In reality.
I was surprised that they got married.
Yeah, I was also surprised they got married. I wanted them to.
Yeah.
But I was surprised he said yes. I wasn't surprised she said yes.
Mm-hmm.
I knew she was going to.
I also really thought that she was going to the whole time.
Yes.
And then Cal, surprised me when he wasn't. Because he gave off player vibes the whole time.
Well, and the whole lead up to the wedding, besides the recap, he was very I'm not sure, I don't know what I want to do. That was what he kept out loud saying to everybody.
His was not nearly as bad as Billy's.
True. That's true.
He had a few moments. Billy's was literally the whole time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but Cal seemed solid, and then they tried to do us dirty with the preview where he rips up his notes.
Yep. So, yeah, at the wedding, you mean? Yeah.
When he has his vows.
Yes.
And then I think episode 9, I don't know. That episode ends and it's a preview of the next one and he's ripping up his vows and it looks like he's going to say no.
But he's really just ripping them up because he says it's in here.
Crista patted her heart.
You could hear it. So, yes, I don't know.
It was actually sweet and I was surprised pleasantly.
Too bad he's a piece of shit.
Spoilers.
And before we had watched the wedding episodes, I had already seen a clip from the reunion because the reunion came out before we watched it, where I saw them get asked, how's married life?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, what married life? So then I was like, maybe he says no. And that's just like, maybe they didn't even get married. And I wasn't sure. So I was extra surprised when he said yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Moving on.
Billy and Ashley.
Yeah, again, Billy the whole time.
Yeah, Billy the whole time was like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know. I can't get past her job and being alone all the time, I guess.
Not that you'd be alone all the time.
Well, if she's constantly on a flight somewhere, overnights and such, you'll be alone and not a married man.
But then at the reunion, they talk about how he was supposed to be deployed.
Can you?
I'm just saying, it's the same. Like, I don't see what his worry the whole time in his head has been in general, because he also has deployment because he's in the army.
This is a conversation for the reunion recap.
Fine.
Gosh.
Stupid. Anyways, he says yes, and it was confusing.
It looked like love had won. Ah.
No.
And it did.
I was surprised he said yes, 100%. I feel like they now realize from watching so many seasons of Love is Blind US that TV is better when you say yes. People like you better when you say yes.
Yeah, but if you're not going to make it work, it doesn't matter because you would know that reunions happen.
Yeah, I know, but
That's also just part of the show.
he's confusing.
Yes, he is. But maybe he honestly wanted it to work and then didn't. Because he doesn't seem like he's an F-boy like Cal.
No, but like, you're so stupid. I don't know. Anyway, Kieran and Megan.
Kieran and Megan, they're great.
We thought they were going to say yes.
And they did.
Yay!
Yay! And
Look.
had a great dance party at their wedding.
Yeah, their wedding was cute. Everything about them was cute. I was very happy they got married.
You really liked her second dress.
Yeah, it was cute. I liked everything about them.
Also, Sarover had an Indian dress that she put on after the white dress. It was nice that she got to do all that.
Yeah, even though it was a weird Netflix wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And presumably she would have done a bigger wedding later.
Yeah, definitely. But anyways, I really was happy about Megan and Kieran because I would have been really upset if they didn't get married.
Yeah.
I can't even picture him with Sophie instead. Like, I couldn't picture how the show would have went for him if he didn't pick her.
That's why it didn't work.
I know, but they just seem so perfect together, you know?
Yeah, except for that one minor thing.
The fake thing.
The fake thing.
What minor thing?
The game thing. It's a whole montage in the reunion.
The game thing.
Because he's a gamer.
Oh, because she doesn't like gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like fake.
And then they play a montage of it in the reunion, and it's very funny.
That's like Brett needing pants at the wedding.
Oh, Brett in your pants.
Like, it's the same comparison, basically.
We should go back and redo that season so that we can talk about Brett's pants.
We talk about it often.
I know, but we should review that season so I can talk about Brett's pants while reviewing the whole thing.
Silly.
Okay, a year has gone by.
So we start off the reunion strong with a video of a year in the life
of Cal and Sarover.
And it was cute. They had cute moments. They did cute things. They were riding bikes. It was nice.
Were they riding bikes?
No, that was Megan and
Kieran. That was Megan and Kieran. They were doing push-ups with each other on their backs.
Yeah.
Sarover is fucking jacked.
I think it was just Cal. Yes, but they did a little montage and then said, how's married life?
And that's where your spoiler was from.
And that's where she said, what married life? Because he's a dick.
And he broke up with her after Christmas or New Year's.
After New Year's.
It lasted about 3 months. And then his excuses were she's too emotional, there's no physical spark, and they're just too different of people.
Which you would have known the whole time of the show. Because she was the exact same, so I don't know what you're talking about. She was emotional during the show.
Yeah. Well, like, not super emotional, like unregulated, hot to cold or anything. She was just like lovey-dovey.
But I doubt she was like that in real life either. She doesn't come off to me as like a hot and cold human being.
Well, no. There's two different kinds of emotional, you know?
Yeah.
Like, too emotional all the time in one direction of like too lovey-dovey or something, and then you just say she's too clingy.
He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Is essentially what I got from their conversations.
But his bangs are different now.
And everything she said, he was like, "That's not how it happened. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Just don't believe you. I
Yeah.
think you're a douchebag." And I think you just decided, she said he just decided after 3 months, "Okay, I don't want to do this anymore," and then just like left.
Yeah. His abrupt like switch over seemed very as she said, cold.
Yes.
Because they didn't get to like argue or debate it or anything. It was just a decision made for her by him, which I mean, like,
That's what a breakup is. I understand that. But usually you have like a conversation with the other person and you go over like why it didn't work, or like you talk it through at least.
yeah,
And from her side, it sounds like he didn't at all. He just said, "I don't want to do this anymore."
yeah, you have conversations so that you know things aren't going well and you can see the breakup coming.
Well, and she said that, and he said, "We did. I literally don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you think you're saying, but it wasn't that."
And then we get Sorover's mother, and then she has to say things. And I thought this was a bit like deserved, maybe. I don't know. I'm torn because I don't think Cal being roasted by an entire family is necessary, but it was important to the story, I guess.
But it was important to her story because her mom giving them their blessing was a huge thing.
Yeah. Well, like in the Netflix story, sure. But like in real life, is it? I don't know.
I think in their culture it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I don't Sarover doesn't have a dad, right?
Mm,
The gist I got from the show is her dad is not very present if she has one. Because we never saw him, they never talked about him.
no, you're right.
So I feel like, especially in that situation, like the mom is important.
Yeah.
In their culture, like that's how it is. So I do understand it. But at the same time, she also got forced to. It's not like she was like, "Oh, I want to talk. I want to talk." They were like, "What do you think?"
Well,
It's just so awkward.
she would have been prepped. She would have known that she's going to be
Yes, I know.
answered.
But I'm sure she didn't ask to talk. You know what I mean?
Eh.
I'm sure she didn't go to the producers and be like, "Can you let me say a word?" I just don't think that's what happened.
Yeah. Cal's brother's also there. He gets asked about it because Cal's brother was like, he's never had a committed relationship this entire lifetime.
And he kept telling him to not do this.
Yeah. And then Cal's brother's just like, yeah, he's never done it, never wants to. Getting married was a silly idea.
Yeah. And Cal talks about that, about how he doesn't think he should be in a committed relationship.
Yep.
Bruh, why are you here?
Yeah, he tried it this one time, and now he's done. And maybe he'll be on Perfect Match. Who knows?
And like those are two very extremes. Like, I've never done it. Let's get married.
Yeah.
Like, maybe try like a dating app or something first. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and go on another reality TV show.
And don't rob someone of their experience.
Yeah.
Stupid. All right, that's all I got for them.
Poor Sorover.
Yeah, literally poor Sarah.
Okay, so we go over to Jed and Barda next.
The only couple not sitting together because they didn't get married.
Yep.
She seems very angry.
Yeah, which is weird. But
Well, they tried to date afterwards, and it sounds like it didn't go very well.
so they dated for a while. She continued to wear the ring. Hold on, don't say it.
Okay.
And then they had more fights along the way, and then they were at the gym, and he
Yep.
asked her to take it off
Because his ex-girlfriend was there.
because his ex-girlfriend was there, and she didn't know it at the time, but then learned about it and then took it off, and then they broke up basically right after that.
Because she didn't ever put the ring back on, and he was mad about it.
Yeah.
That's why.
So,
That's why they broke up.
secondary fight about the ring.
But it was only 3 weeks worth of time,
Yeah.
which is insane. That sounds like a year story.
Yeah. The way like they told the story seemed like it went on back and forth for a very long time.
Yeah. And they were like 3 weeks. So I was like, oh, okay. So you never really wanted to try. That's cool. You didn't have to.
Well, like they might have wanted to. I don't know.
And then she basically was like, and I'd like to never talk to you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really go into like what they've fought about all in all in those 3 weeks.
I can only imagine it's the same shit.
Yeah, probably.
Like he wants to be the whatever breadwinner, and alpha, and she does not want that. Which is fine. Like, you guys just don't work together, and you said no to the wedding for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you try to make it work? Like, you clearly were unhappy in that time. I don't know. It's just
Or they wanted to make it work and they just weren't ready for marriage.
maybe.
And it's a good thing to, like, be open to trying afterwards.
I just think the way that they were talking to each other seemed very, like, they shouldn't have ever tried. Like, they're very angry at each other for some reason.
No.
She's very angry.
Yeah, Jed did not give off very much emotion almost at all.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever has.
True.
I think his personality is an emotionless, like, more emotionless than, like, she is for sure.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Maybe that's another reason she didn't like it.
Yeah, maybe.
But when they were asked, like, "Do you have anything else to say to each other?" He said, I wish her well, like, nothing but wellness, whatever." And she said, "Yep, same thing, but far away from me."
Yeah.
See, I was like, "Oh, that was so awkward."
Yeah, like, the way she's so mad seems like it's not just the thing, but
Yeah.
like, we don't get to know.
Yeah,
But,
but they don't wanna air all their shit out on Netflix, and that's fine.
Barta moved to Dubai and hasn't come back at all, except for this.
Yeah, this was her first time back since moving there, like, 8 months ago.
Yay.
Hey, she seemed happy, though, in her, like, her life, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that she seemed doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Barta.
Is it Javen and Katisha yet?
No. No.
Okay.
It's Ashley and Billy.
Ugh.
They are next.
Oh, Billy.
So, they are not together. They have also separated.
No shit.
Ashley complains they went into date mode instead of married mode right after.
Mhm.
And then she didn't feel reassured or loved enough by Billy to feel like a wife.
Does that surprise you?
Am I surprised by this outcome or like
Surprised by her saying that she doesn't feel loved in this relationship? Because near the end, like, I didn't feel like he was in it.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's hard because at the end of, like, this show, he seemed like he was just having a hard time deciding what he wanted. Like,
Yeah.
if he wanted to marry her or not, so I feel like that pulled him away.
I just feel like if something is that hard of a decision on whether you wanna marry this person or not, you should have just said no, and Ashley says that multiple times where she says, "I just wish you said no instead." Because this is much harder for her, obviously, because he said yes, and then he, after 3 months, was cold and said, "I don't wanna do this anymore," just like Cal. But
Just like Cal? What do you mean?
shut up. We'll get there. But I I'm not surprised that she didn't feel loved by him because I feel like the beginning he was just really smitten and then there was like a switch. To me, like it looked like a switch where he all of a sudden just didn't give a fuck. And like he was so torn and all this. And then I felt like he didn't want to be here anymore. And that was before they even got married.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised by that, but I feel extremely bad for her because she's so nice.
Yeah, she was very nice throughout the show. Too nice for Billy,
Yes,
I guess.
and I'm sure she's a nice person. She seems very nice and positive and like caring. So it's just I feel very bad for her because she seems very sad.
She was very mad at Billy,
Yes.
but seemed more deserved than Barda being mad.
Yes.
But she still seemed less mad than Barda.
But at the same time, like from the sounds of their breakup being so similar to Cal's where they just had this one conversation, she
What?
didn't get to like I feel like this was the closure for her because I feel like he never gave her the time to talk about it or like express these things like that she wishes you just didn't say yes and like being able to talk about it. Like I felt like she hadn't at all got to say any of this stuff.
So, at Christmas, they had family Christmas.
Mhm.
There was also a trip that Ashley took Billy on using her, cabin powers.
Yep.
Um, they went to Christmas, and then, Ashley's family said that Billy was being really cold. And then they broke up almost right after Christmas.
Sounds like somebody else we heard about on the show.
So, Billy and Cal are both accused of working together to help each other break up because they were each other's support throughout the show. And Billy says, yes, he was my friend, and he's the only other person who's gone through this experience like I have.
I don't think that they worked together to like fabricate this story of why they're breaking up, but I do find it very odd that they did it at the same time in the same way. Like them being like, it's just a coincidence. Like it just like I feel like you both knew that the other one was breaking up with the other one. And I feel like somehow it just ended up being the exact same because they probably had just talked a lot in general. But I don't think they sat there and they were like, okay, this is what we're going to say and this is how we're going to do it and when we're doing it.
Yeah, because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. But I understand the fear.
But it could be we wanted to get through Christmas. Holidays eat into each other, and then they want to get through Christmas, and then but do it immediately. Or it could be like some kind of contract thing where they have to break up in a certain amount of time to get it annulled or something instead of divorced. I don't know.
Annulment's shorter than that, I believe.
Hmm.
But
Maybe it's a thing with Netflix.
no, it definitely is an annulment because Billy kept saying, I never wanted a second divorce
Yeah.
over and over again. And now he's having his second divorce. Like he speaks about that a lot.
Yeah.
So it definitely isn't an annulment. They definitely are getting divorced. And you have to wait a year. So they're still probably married.
Well, yeah, you have to be separated. Well, it depends where you are.
I think the States is similar though.
Well,
Like
this is the UK, so
oh yeah, true. I don't know what it is there, obviously. I just know what it is here.
yeah.
But I think it's quite similar in a lot of places because they don't want you to get divorced and then decide you wanted to stay together. Fuck off. That's so dumb. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
So they're very mad at this situation, both Sarah Over and Ashley. Um, Billy, Cal is I don't know. Never mind. I was
But
gonna say he's more quiet than Billy. Billy doesn't really get to get words in very often.
he also
Which
doesn't try.
Billy tries more than Cal because
Yeah.
Billy goes back and forth and says like, "Can I talk now?" Or like, "You've talked all this whole time," or whatever. And like, I'm sure there's a lot we haven't seen, but it doesn't look pretty on screen.
No.
Looks a little bitter. Sad for both of them.
Yeah.
And I don't think Billy is in the same boat as Cal with like being on this show for like I think Cal's more likely to be on the show for clout or perfect match. I don't. I
I think
doubt.
Billy's too old.
Yeah, I doubt we'll ever see Billy on anything else.
No. I think Billy just wants to live his life and forget this happened at this point.
Yeah.
But her talking so much in this is what I mean by I think she's never gotten to have that closure conversation with him because she was so intense about it. Whereas I feel like Sarah Over might have tried more to talk afterwards.
Yeah.
I think Ashley's too nice. I don't think she wanted to bug him after. Moving on.
Moving on. Katisha and Javen.
Ugh, hate Jabin. Go ahead.
So we also visit Damola during this. We visit Katisha and Damola first. Dale is sitting there in the audience with
Demi.
who?
With Demi.
Who?
Isn't it Demi? From season whatever?
I have no idea who we're talking about. Maybe.
From season 1, the girl.
Damola's sitting with Sophie.
Oh, he's with him. Well, we see Demi, and she's with who else was on season? Freddie.
Yeah.
She was sitting with Freddie.
Yeah.
Why did you say you don't know who that is?
I don't know who Demi is.
Yes, you
don't know
do.
who
With,
Demi is.
she was with Ollie in season 1.
Okay. I recognized her in person. They're sitting together. Sophie, Damola, and Anu are all sitting together. As they should, because this is their season.
The loser table.
Oh, that's mean.
The losers that didn't make it on the show table.
So Katisha gets asked yet again, do you think things would have been better if you had chosen Damola? And like, do you regret your decision in picking Javen? Which she doesn't regret it. I
don't believe you. Yep.
Well, maybe she regrets the Javen and having me go through this, but I feel bad for her because at every turn and with the host asking, why didn't you pick Damola? It's just not there. let that be enough. People need to let that go and let it be enough. And then they ask her, like, would you do it now? Would you date Damola now? And they're like, not dating. And Damola says, I would have gone with Katisha, but respects her decision not to. And
Yeah.
like, it seems like everyone in the world is pushing this except Katisha and Damola.
Yeah.
People need to chill.
It's because Javen was a piece of shit. And nobody wants to see her with a piece of shit. And Damola's not. And that's why people are like, you should have chose him. Like, what if you guys did now? Because they had a good connection. I understand the thought process of like the fans and people that are talking about them and how they wonder how it would have been and whatever. Like, I get it.
No, let it go.
Well, now they will. The show is over, but they couldn't just ignore that at the reunion.
There's been enough throughout the show that you didn't need to address in the reunion.
Yeah,
This is stupid.
But if they didn't, fans would have been pissed. And that's why they did it. Because people watch these shows and the reunion for that reason. And that's why they ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't think about it in a producer type of way.
No, it's stupid. So then we go to Jaden. So he says, I was there for the right reasons.
Uh-huh.
And then he says a bunch of nice things about Katisha. And then Katisha goes, I wish you were saying these things to me in person while we were on the show.
Yep.
Poor
Because he's a
Katisha.
piece of shit. And he doesn't mean any of this.
No, I don't think he does.
He's saying stuff to force the narrative in a different way about him because I'm sure he's gotten a lot of shit online.
As he kind of, I don't know.
He deserves to get shit online.
Yeah, but you could also just ignore him. No attention is the true way to hurt someone who's out for clout, you know?
Yes, but the world has big mouths and they just want to yap, so it'll never happen.
Like us, yapping about a show.
Yeah, but I don't go on their social media and bully them.
Yeah,
That's
wrong. Don't do that, kids. All the kids that were
the
youths in which we are affecting with our words on this podcast no one listens to.
Yep.
Okay, so what happens next? Do you remember?
No.
No?
He's just a piece of shit.
We get to watch him be a piece of shit. We watch the out night with Sophie and Jabin. So we see the whole clip of, well, whatever we saw before, it's played for Katisha in a montage.
Again, which is insane that she has to watch. She watched the show.
Yes.
She's well aware.
Yeah.
Also, she lived it in person.
No, she wasn't there in person. That was the point.
No.
This is the time that Katisha wasn't.
No, it's not. They don't have footage of that. This was the time when Katisha was there. They definitely don't have footage, which is why this is such an easy thing to argue about, because none of us know. And the producers don't know because they didn't film that going out.
Yes, you're right. This is the time that Katisha was hanging out on the other side of the room, blindfolded for some reason.
It's just so stupid. We didn't need to watch that again.
But you want the raw emotions of Katisha after she watches it, and then Javen and Sophie too.
I think Katisha already lived through this shit, and I think she doesn't need to relive it in person. I don't know.
You're not thinking about this like a producer.
Yeah. And I don't care about Sophie's opinion whatsoever. I wouldn't have even had her speak.
Well,
I don't give a fuck.
You have to, because you have to rehabilitate her for her next show on Perfect Match.
I don't think she'll do that. I think she's too awkward.
I hope so.
I just think she's too, and she's in therapy now.
No, that's just the right thing to say.
She probably is. She probably has enough money now to be in therapy.
So Katisha's hurt watching it. And then we asked Javen, what was that all about? And he's like, I'm just a jokey, flirty guy. But he does say that was disrespectful. And he apologizes.
Congrats.
You did it. Bare amount of decency.
Saying sorry really is effective.
And then we talked to Sophie, who says in hindsight, she apologizes for how jokey it was. She doesn't actually take a lot of accountability here.
No.
It's like, it's very hollow pretend accountability where she's like, I'm sorry, I was this way or this way. But like, she never says, yeah, I was flirting with him.
Yeah.
Like, and that was wrong of me because he's a engaged person. And I know you.
The only genuine thing she said that entire time is that I actually believed her when she said that,
She's back in touch with her mom
yeah.
and in therapy.
Yeah, like, those are the only things that she said that I was like, "I do believe you." Well, and when she was saying to Megan and Kieran that she's glad they're together. That was the only other thing where I was like, "That actually sounded, like, nice and genuine."
Oh, maybe it's because in the same clip, Sophie was being a bitch to Kieran, like at the mixer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yes,
Where
but, like, I feel like you can really tell that Megan and Kieran make sense together.
Yeah.
So I feel like she sees after watching the show, because you can't see them in the pods, you're just mad that somebody else has a connection with yours. I feel like she watched it and was like, "Okay, I do get it now." Which I thought was nice of her to say.
Good job, Sophie. 2 points.
Still a bitch.
Yeah, can't wait to watch you on Perfect Match.
No, I don't think so. Also, I don't think we're gonna watch the next season because I just hate that show so much.
So, yeah, everyone apologizes, whatever, updates. Katisha is not happy with Sophie or Javen at the beginning, but gets apologized to, and Katisha handles it pretty much like a champ. And then we get to see a photo of the photo booth. Also, I still want to argue this. There's no reason for Javen and Sophie to be arguing about anything, and definitely not to go into a photo booth. All of that's weird and wrong, regardless of the
point?
curtain situation.
And the curtain doesn't matter anyways. Once we see a picture of the photo booth, where are the seats? Because I can't see them. So curtain or not, and there could have still been a curtain at the time of that night. Regardless, the seats are so far into the side of that photo booth that it's weird you were in there.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
And also, what are you arguing about?
Yeah, well, yeah, and they're both just like, "We argued." Okay, about? Like, any more clarification? I don't like either of them, and I just think Javen's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So, Kieran does apologize, and he says he takes full accountability. I was the one who said there was a curtain because he probably has been shown online a million photos of this photo booth without the curtain. And again, it might have had one at the time. I'm still not sure. Other podcasts have talked about how other people have gone and explored it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But also, Meg also said that there was a curtain, I think, in that conversation, unless it just was Kieran. Either way, Kieran could have been like, "There was a curtain," and then she just rolled with it. But I just thought it was funny that he was like, "That was my bad."
Yeah.
I feel like Katisha seemed very sad.
Yes. Because it's sad reliving this. The next thing is after the photo booth picture, Javen is still upset with Megan for saying all night long. And it's just like, get over it, bro.
That's not even the part. You don't even ever have to talk to Megan again anyway.
Yeah.
Like, just, it's been a year. Fucking shut up.
No, he wants vindication over this one technicality. That's what he wants, because that will turn everything around in his brain. That is how his brain works, clearly.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, it's dumb. Grow up, get over yourself.
And no matter what you say in Megan's head, it was still all night, because every time she saw you throughout those 3 hours, as he claims, you were with one of the girls. So in her head, it's all night.
Yeah.
So it's you're both saying different things, and you both have different stories, and both can be true.
Yeah.
Except Javin's probably isn't, because he's a douchebag.
Yeah. And a technicality doesn't matter in this point.
No.
Yeah, it does not matter. Get over it, Javen.
He's like, "I'm not mad at you at all, but."
But
Yeah.
so we then move over to Anu. And then they do that singing thing about the liar singing thing at her. I don't really know why.
It must be something that blew up online after that episode.
Yeah, but it makes Anu look terrible in the show.
I disagree. I think that people probably stand behind her for it because she called him out and she stood up for herself.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see any of that other stuff. It just to me, it made Anu look unhinged.
Yes, but to the women of the world, I'm sure it didn't.
Okay.
Like, I don't care either way. I don't like Anu. I have no opinion. But and I hate Patrick. She can tell him that he's a liar all day long, and I don't give a fuck. But I feel like to people who, like, to women that are too afraid to stand up for themselves or say stuff, like, I feel like they feel like she was empowered in that moment is what I would say. That I think people like her for that.
Okay. Cool.
I know you disagree, and that's fine, but I'm just telling you what I think the world probably sees from her.
Okay. If that's how you see it, that's cool. I'm down.
Not me, but yes.
I'm down. So Patrick is not on the show.
Thank God.
He did get a little statement.
Oh, yeah, his fake letter?
Yes.
Stupid.
His letter saying that he was single at the time, but he is a baby daddy now.
Which it's been a year, so and the baby was already born a little while ago.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was, like, 2 months ago or something.
Yeah.
Which means you were pregnant before the show.
Yeah.
Or while he was on the show, which
Yes, 100%. And he should have told people this, and it should have been aired to the world, because otherwise hiding it makes you look terrible.
Yeah.
But
he's a terrible person, so
it doesn't mean he's a terrible person. The lying is terrible. So yeah, they're not disclosing the fact that you are about to be a father is terrible.
do you ever think he probably isn't even this, like, hippy-dippy weird and spleen? This was probably just, like, his shtick to get on this show? Like, his shtick to, like, stand out in this show? Because he's a pretty boring human being.
Maybe. But like, or it's him promoting his business
Yeah.
of self-help guru, whatever the fuck.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Okay, we move on to Megan and Kieran,
The best couple of the night.
the best couple of the night. Please tell us you're still together.
They're still together. They have a cute little video montage of them in a year. They talk about plans that they have for the future and about getting a dog.
Kieran has terrible haircut.
Yeah, his hair is terrible. It's the same haircut. He just has flattened it onto his head for some. Well, not flattened because it was very voluptuous, but like onto his forehead. If he just like went whoop, it would have been the same.
Maybe. It came down in a very flat line, so I don't know if that's true, but
It doesn't matter.
go back to the old hair, Kieran.
But they're in love,
Yes, they're in love.
and it was very sweet.
Kieran, you looked great before. Go back.
And nothing exciting happened, but it was very sweet to watch their little love story and talk about their future. And then that's where Sophie said that she wishes nothing but good things for them because she hopes to have a love like that one day.
Sure. On Perfect Match, season 4. And then we see the montage of Megan hating gamers.
Yes,
That was funny.
it was funny
Great way to end the night.
because we never saw that in the show.
No, we
So it just makes it even better that it ended up being like that.
Yeah, full on montage. Like several different clips of her being like, fuck, gamer.
Yep.
Oh, gross.
And when he said his job as a gamer, now we understand her reaction because her face was like, oh. And I didn't know why. But it works for them and they're happy and he doesn't game when she's at home.
Yeah.
So they make it work.
Yeah.
And she's probably out dancing all the time anyway.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for them. I'm glad that they were going to make it work. They were going to be together.
Forever.
Or I'll find them. They're probably one of my favorite couples so far on all the Love is Blind seasons. What? What?
Your favorite so much you'll stalk them.
If they break up.
Creeper.
But I'm trying to think of anybody I liked more, but I really liked them.
Brett and Tiffany.
I liked Brett and Tiffany because they were just the obvious couple that was going to stay together and get together. I guess Kieran and Megan were too. But
Yeah.
I just think they're fun people together. Brett's kind of
How dare you?
boring.
How dare you? He designed shoes and his pants were too short or long.
Yeah, he has a cool job. But I think he's kind of a boring man. It doesn't matter. We love Brett and Tiffany. It's fine. Or Zach and whatever her name was. Bliss with their baby.
But
Didn't we see somebody that was pregnant on this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it?
I don't know their names. Don't call me out. It's a couple from season 1. They're now having a child.
Oh, it's Benaya.
No.
It wasn't.
It is not
but-
Benaya and Nicole. We do see Benaya and Nicole in their montage of the last 2 years. They're doing great.
They are doing great. Are you sure it wasn't them?
It wasn't them.
Describe to me the couple.
It was the other couple.
Is it Vanessa?
It's Bobby and
I don't remember.
Oof.
Well, I had to look her up because she doesn't look the same.
Because she's pregnant. Leave her alone.
I know, but no, it's because she dyed her hair
Oh,
and because she's pregnant. But she dyed her hair and she was blonde in that show. So I forgot who she was. But I remember Bobby.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, they're
Congratulations.
pregnant. Great for them.
Great for them.
But it wasn't as long. It's not as good as other couples who've been together.
With couples.
Who have been together since season 1. Like, shout out to Burnett and Amber.
Sure.
Still together from season 1.
Of USA.
Yes.
So it's actually 5 years.
Yes, exactly. Love. And I hope Freddie finds love one day because we talked to Freddie.
Yes, briefly. Gotta promote Perfect Match season 3.
That already happened.
We'll go watch it. Freddie was on it.
But he's so nice and he's still single and I hope he finds love one day.
I'm sure he will when he stops doing TV shows.
Yeah, fair. It's time to move on like Scott. Let's just let it go.
Yeah. Anyway.
See you
Tomorrow night.